Welcome back to How to Become a Sigma Man. This series is all about transforming your mindset, building you up to live a more confident, independent, and meaningful life. It's about taking control, man, not letting the world dictate who you are, what you do. You're in the driver's seat. And today, we're talking about a mindset that's key to that, the lone wolf mindset. Now, when you hear lone wolf, you might think, oh, this guy's gonna tell me to go live in the woods, eat bugs, ditch my friends. Nah, man. It's about understanding the power of self-reliance, of knowing your own worth, of choosing your pack wisely. So buckle up, grab your elk jerky and mushroom coffee because things are about to get interesting. Alright, let's talk about the lone wolf. This ain't some Hollywood cliche, man. This is about tapping into a primal strength, that instinct to trust your gut, to carve your own path. The lone wolf, he doesn't need a crowd to feel validated. He's comfortable in his own skin, whether he's surrounded by people or out in the wilderness alone with his thoughts. And that independence, it's magnetic. It draws people in because it shows you're not a follower, you're a leader. Not in the barking orders kind of way, but in the leading by example way. People respect that. Think about a wolf pack in the wild. You got the alpha, sure, but the lone wolf, he's respected because he can handle himself. He's not afraid to go against the grain, to trust his instincts, even if it means going it alone. And that's powerful. This isn't about pushing people away, though. It's about recognizing that real strength comes from within. When you're comfortable being alone, when you're not dependent on others for validation, you're free to pursue your own goals, your own passions. You're not afraid to take risks, to stand out from the crowd. And that's what makes the lone wolf so damn compelling, man. He's not afraid to be himself, and that's a rare and powerful thing in today's world. It's about owning your individuality, your quirks, your unique perspective. It's about saying, this is who I am, take it or leave it. So embrace that lone wolf energy. Don't be afraid to stand out, to be different. Now look, I'm all about the power of the lone wolf, but let's keep it real. There's a flip side to everything. Even a wolf pack needs its pack, right? Too much isolation, too much time alone in your head, that can take you down a dark path. Humans are social creatures, we crave connection, it's how we're wired. The lone wolf, he's gotta watch out for that tendency to isolate, because here's the thing, when you're alone too much, you start to build walls up. You become skeptical, distrustful, you start to see the world as a threat, and that's a dangerous mindset, man. It can lead to paranoia, to pushing people away who genuinely care about you, and that's not what the lone wolf is about. It's not about shutting yourself off from the world. It's about being selective, about choosing your pack wisely, surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, who support you, who call you out on your bullshit. Because even the strongest wolf can get lost in the woods sometimes. We all need a guide, a trusted voice to help us find our way back. Don't let the fear of vulnerability, of letting people in, keep you from building those genuine connections. So, how do you strike that balance? It's about being honest with yourself. Are you isolating yourself out of fear, out of a need to control everything? Or are you choosing solitude because you genuinely enjoy your own company? There's a big difference. Chapter 3, The Lone Wolf Lover. Let's talk about relationships, man. Because let's be real, the lone wolf vibe can be seriously attractive. There's something about a guy who's comfortable in his own skin, who doesn't need to be validated every 5 seconds, that drives people wild. But here's the thing, the lone wolf mindset in relationships, it's not about playing games, it's about being authentic, it's about being upfront about who you are, what you want. No chasing, no drama, just real, genuine connection. Now this doesn't mean you have to be cold or aloof, it's about being selective with your energy. You're not going to waste time on relationships that drain you, that don't bring value to your life. You're looking for a partner who understands your need for independence, who respects your boundaries, because the lone wolf, he needs his space. He needs time to recharge, to pursue his own passions, and a strong partner, they get that. They don't try to clip your wings, they encourage you to fly. Chapter 4, The Lone Wolf at Work. Look, the workplace, it can be a jungle, man, all these egos, all this competition. But the lone wolf, he doesn't get caught up in the rat race. He knows his worth. He knows what he brings to the table. He's not afraid to put in the work, to go the extra mile, even if it means going against the grain. The lone wolf in the workplace, he's not a follower, he's a leader. But not in the climb the corporate ladder kind of way. He leads by example, by producing results, by being reliable, by being a goddamn professional. He doesn't need constant praise, he doesn't need to be the loudest voice in the room, he lets his work speak for itself. And that kind of quiet confidence, that focus on excellence, it doesn't go unnoticed. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be a lone wolf in the literal sense. You can still collaborate, you can still be a team player. It's about knowing when to step up, when to take charge, and when to support others. The lone wolf, he understands that true success isn't about stepping on others to get ahead. It's about lifting each other up, about achieving greatness together. Chapter 5, Mastering the Social Game. Let's be real, social situations, they can be a minefield, man. All those expectations, all that small talk, it's enough to make anyone want to crawl into a cave. But the lone wolf, he doesn't fear the social game, he masters it. He doesn't feel the need to impress anyone, to conform to any social norms. He's comfortable in his own skin, and that's what makes him so damn intriguing. The lone wolf in a social setting, he's not afraid to be quiet, to observe, to listen more than he speaks. He doesn't feel the need to fill every silence with pointless chatter. He chooses his words carefully, and when he does speak, people listen. Because the lone wolf, he's not afraid to be different. He's not afraid to challenge the status quo, to voice his opinions, even if they're unpopular. He's not afraid to be the odd man out, because he knows that true strength comes from within. And that's what makes the lone wolf so magnetic in social situations. He's not trying to fit in, he's not trying to please everyone, he's just being himself. And that's a rare and refreshing thing in today's world. Outro: embrace the lone wolf within. So, there you have it, man. The lone wolf mindset. It's not about being a lone wolf in the literal sense, it's about tapping into that inner strength, that independence, that allows you to navigate this world on your own terms. It's about being comfortable with yourself, with your own company. It's about choosing your pack wisely, surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, who support you, who make you a better man. Don't be afraid to embrace the lone wolf within. It's what separates you from the pack. It's what makes you, you.